Picture the scene. Grade 9s are already in the classroom. Many are out of their seats, engaged in play fighting or sitting on each other's knees. Some are listening to music. Some are playing on their phones. There's no teacher or adult present. Then you arrive. Good morning, class. Good morning. Good morning, class. My name is Mr. Henderson and I will be covering your whatever lesson today. Take your own seats, thank you. At first, maybe you're ignored. Then there might be various questions. Where are you from? Do we have to do the work? I have a reason why I don't need to do the work, etc., etc. This is a scene that will be facing many teachers in September as they are doing teacher on call. And this was the subject that I chose to focus on. And the BCTF say that 80% of teachers are only in school for between 1 and 3 days. So they have a limited amount of time to develop a relationship with those students. So how do these short-term teaching placements, how do the teachers go about establishing positive behaviour, intervention and support in such a short time? I'm going to look at 3 strategies or responses. Number 1 came from the BC Teacher Federation, who provide a useful checklist for teachers teaching on call, and it includes things like arriving to school at least 30 minutes before the assignment starts to collect the lesson plan, any keys, photocopier codes, medical records, locate the classroom, find out if there are any medical issues with any of the students and such like. Then there's lots of things which are useful for cover teachers, teachers on call, as well as regular teachers. So this is generic behaviour management, and these include things like greeting the students upon entry, remaining ever vigilant to what's going on in the classroom, and so you avoid becoming preoccupied with one student or retreating to the teacher's desk and get distracted in some other way. Teachers should be consistent, that is, have the same expectations for all of the students. That doesn't necessarily mean, however, that the sanctions should be the same for all students all the time. So if a student forgot the homework one time, then there may be different consequences for a serial or repeat offender. But in any case, misbehaviour should be dealt with promptly to limit the potential for escalation. And in addition to these things that you should do, there are lots of things that you should not do, such as acting in haste or anger, embarrassing or humiliating the students, or punishing the entire class for the misdemeanours of a few students. And then lastly, there are some specific teacher teaching on call type strategies that I found from a recruitment agency in the UK called Zen Educate, which puts supply teachers or teachers teaching on call into schools. And they had 5 recommendations. Number 1 was the power of positivity. Try to focus and pick examples of students doing what you want them to do, so as to establish the positive atmosphere and mutual respect which you are after. Secondly, ask the children how you can reward them. This will likely tie into the school's own system of positive behaviour management, for example, merits or stickers. And once the system is agreed upon, the teacher can set a goal, 6 stickers, 10 stickers, whatever, which is slightly higher than the typical allocation of such rewards. Thirdly, go with a system that works for you when managing behaviour. Of course, be aware of the school's overall system, but you can choose how to apply or supplement this. So the author of the article normally goes with a simple 3 warning system. Level 1 and 2 are just kind of reminders of how to behave and what not to do, and they are to be expected. But they say if I have to give you a third warning or speak to you a third time about a certain behaviour, then that looks like you are not trying hard enough, or you are choosing to be disruptive, and then that might lead to some consequences such as missed recess time. Fourthly, don't spend too long on it. If you're there with a class for the whole day, then even 10 minutes should be sufficient to establish the atmosphere of mutual respect and fairness. And lastly, encourage the students to be good friends, to take into account their own behaviour, yes, but also that of their peers, and they can help to moderate and positively influence one another. Okay, so hopefully that would be useful for me or anyone else being a teacher on call trying to establish positive behaviour.